Hey, welcome back to Reddit Cheating Wife, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to the channel for cheating stories like this. Thoughts 31 years later. Approximately 31 years have passed since I went home from work one spring Friday and my ex-wife anxiously informed me that she had been having an affair, was in love with another man, and wanted to move out. At the time, we had a 3-month-old child, and my professional career was just getting started as well. On that particular Friday, I remember being in a really upbeat frame of mind. For the previous 16 years, we had been married, and we had been high school sweethearts for the previous 5 years. Nothing like this, on the other hand, was to be expected. I was putting up my best effort to strengthen our marriage since we had a lot to look forward to in the future. When my ex informed me that she knew I was really trying but it simply made her more sad, I knew she was right. Because I was trying. I moved out the next day, on Saturday, and started a new chapter in my life. I was in such a state of shock that I immediately packed my belongings and left. We ended up divorcing a few months later. As a 67-year-old with a great deal of life experience, I'm thinking back on those 31 years. I was a very dedicated single mom, a business owner, a globe-trotter, and I was engaged in far too many romantic relationships to keep track of. I have to admit that I am never the same person I was before a situation occurs. It has a profound effect on everything. To be told that he is just not good enough and that I found someone better is a crushing blow to a man's self-confidence. While this was a source of encouragement in many ways, it also served to bring me down in other ways. Almost everything about your outlook on life changed as a result of that experience. Looking back, it's been an emotional roller coaster trip filled with ups and downs. At the time, I had gained and lost a great deal of weight. I feel that life experiences are similar to a half-empty glass of water, as is true with most things in life. The only way to get through it is to embrace what you have and what you have gained rather than bemoaning what you don't have. You will never love the same person again, and the experience will be with you for the rest of your life. Or, in my case, I never had the opportunity to do so. From a 31-year perspective, I'm not sure what I'd change about the situation. As a result, I would have missed out on many of the great experiences I've already had, as well as those that lie ahead of me in the future. It is being done to open new doors, while closing others that have already been opened. Story 2. Cheated on by wife. Left for another guy. She still texts me frequently and cries to me how I'm doing better than her and how it's not fair. To begin, I am 31 years old, male, and my wife is 28 years old, female. We have 2 children, ages 7 and 5. My wife requested a divorce on August 27, 2020. She departed that day and was reportedly staying with her mother. The next day, I get texts from her cousin claiming that she has been cheating on me. Wife maintains she has never done so up to this point. We met a week later to perform a Zoom meeting on her phone to meet our son's instructor online. She receives a Facebook message that says, "Only a few hours, eggplant emoji, peach emoji, sweat emoji." I asked her after the meeting if she could clarify it, and she replied she didn't want to speak about it and that she had already erased the texts. She claimed it was one of her pals, since my wife was out on a date, and apparently girlfriends get thrilled for one other and believe they're going to get banged. Which I definitely did not believe. I became enraged and urged her to go. She informed me she was bringing the kids to another city to see her grandparents and go swimming for Thanksgiving, which is in October for us in Canada. She ended up lying and went to a hotel with our kids and this person she allegedly cheated on me with. The automobile engine broke up and died on the way back. The automobile she battled me for and still owes about $12,000 on and makes payments on every couple of weeks. This is when I started to believe in karma a little bit more. Between September and November, my wife and I drank and had around 5 or 6 times. I still desired her return and really want to have with her. I'm understanding now that she's been seeing this man for quite some time. I discovered photos of them approximately a week and a half ago. I haven't spoken to her since I viewed those photos and verified everything. I really wanted to accept all of her falsehoods, even the blatant ones. So she cheated on me, dumped me for him, and then cheated on him with me? Just 2 weeks ago, before I knew for sure, she came over and we were chatting, and she let me feel her up and gave her a full body massage. I have no idea what's going on in her thoughts right now. Some further information. The kids are okay, my apartment is tidy, and I've shed 50 pounds since she left, 235 pounds down to 185 pounds. She's came to my house a number of times and wept to me about how unfair it is that I'm doing so much better than she is. She's complained that it's not fair that I'm doing all of this now rather than when we were together. On Christmas, she assured me she still loved me and got me presents. Not just trash, but but a bottle of sake since she knows how much I want to visit Japan and cook ramen and other Japanese dishes. So she gave it some consideration. I don't intend to be disrespectful, but she doesn't look very nice these days either. She's gained weight and has been heavily involved with drugs and alcohol. She claims to cry all the time. She told me she was depressed with me, left me expecting things would get better, but she is still melancholy, which bothers her. But, as we all know, happiness comes from inside, and she doesn't have any. So, if you abandon me for someone else, be glad about it and make the most of it. She hasn't contacted me in 4 days. This is the longest she has gone without texting me in 4 months. When we were dating, she informed me that if she ever left, I would fail. She predicted that if I began working in a kitchen as a dishwasher, I would never make any friends. Apparently she forgot how outgoing and friendly I am. All of the waitresses adored me, and I progressed from dishwasher to working in the line to being asked if I wanted to bartend. I was overweight at the time, and my self-esteem and confidence were in shambles, so I didn't pursue a career in bartending. She didn't like how many people ended up like me, particularly the females. Throughout our marriage, anytime my wife and I went out drinking, she would invariably wind up twerking on the wall or the floor and allowing people to videotape her. She flirted with everyone and had several of my close friends convinced that I wanted to do with her. I don't drink very frequently, but one Halloween I drank too much at a friend's party and ended up passing out and spitting up all over the place. While I was doing that, she was in the restroom with men who were showing her off in exchange for free coke and who knows what else. But she persuaded me that nothing had occurred, leading me to believe that I was insane and that everyone else was incorrect. Basically, you're gaslighting me. In my current therapy sessions, I'm learning that my therapist actually just needs regular attention from other people and sources. It wasn't enough for her to get it from her husband. I recognize that we all have issues, and that our marriage was far from perfect. I'm sure she still loves and cares about me, but I'm not going to be a backup or a second choice for her in any way. I despise comparing my circumstances to hers, yet doing so right now makes me feel better. In spite of the fact that I feel like complete and total garbage, I'm going through the motions so that I may go on and try to be at peace. I have my own apartment, a dog, happy children, my own vehicle, money, and I'm in university. Her situation contrasts to mine in that she lives with her mother and has a broken car and no vehicle, is asking for money from me and is subsisting on CERB, COVID money, is sad, depressed, and believed the grass was greener while she felt it was not the case. As a result, she is so afraid of being alone with her thoughts that she sometimes sleeps with her mother or with the kids. She will not continue once I have finished. Her stubbornness and recognition of having made a mistake make me doubt if she will ever be able to move on. At the end of the day, I'm not sure why she cheated and left, but she continues to contact me, have with me, and tell me how much better I'm doing than she is at her job. The intellect is befuddled by it. Conversely, how can you possibly comprehend someone who is unable to grasp themselves? I'm doing okay, but some weeks I'm just plain exhausted and hurting. Like she pulled my heart out, broke it, and then smashed the other person on top of the shattered pieces. That's how I feel. The story comes to an end at this point. There's so much more I could say, and so much more background information I could supply, but I feel this is enough. Thank you for taking the time to read this. Please do not hesitate to contact us with any questions you may have. Being separated, cheated on, and COVID all at the same time may be a difficult situation to navigate.